जय यमुनतीरावनचारि जय राधमाधवा कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण।
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकयां चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सकणललिता शिविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगल्पदे गोपेशा गोपिका कान्दा राधा कान्दा नमस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिनी। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। भगवद गीता यथारूपम chapter 4 transcendental knowledge, and today we are discussing three verses 19, 20 and 21. So we'll start with 19. Yasya sarve samarambhaha kama sankalpavarjitaha jnanagni dagdha karmanam tamahu pandidam buddhaha. यस्य सर्वे समारंभाः काम संकल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्नि दग्धकर्माणं तमाहु पंडितं बुधाः। यस्य सर्वे समारंभाः काम संकल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्नि दग्धकर्माणं तमाहुं पंडितं बुधाः। अनंतिका माता अनंतिका।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
कृष्णा।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। यस्य सर्व कर्म भाव काम
यस्य सर्वे समारंभा
काम संकल्पं विजितः
ज्ञानाग्नि दग्धकर्माणं तमाहु
पंडितं बुधाः।
हरे कृष्ण। रेणुका माता जी।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yasya sarva samarambha kama sankalpavartita jnanagni datta karmanam tamahu panditam buddhaha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jayaprada Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yasya sarve samarabna kama sankalpa varchitaha jnanagni dagdha karmanam tamahu panditam buddhaha.
Right. Okay. Rekha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yasya sarve samarambha kama sankalpa savarchitaha jnanagni dagdha karmanam tamaho panditam buddhaha. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Right. Hare Krishna. Okay. Vanamali.
Prabhu, ഞാന് just enter ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ഏതാ?
19. Verse 19. 4th chapter, 4.19.
അതറിയാം, ഞാൻ പുസ്തകം എടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല, എൻട്രി ചെയ്തതാണ്.
Okay, that's okay. Okay. Right. Renuga Maji, you can read that translation.
One is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every act is devoid of desire for self-gratification. He is said by sages to be a worker whose fruitive action is burnt up by the fire of perfect knowledge. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right. Verse 20. Tektva karma bhala sangam nitya tripto nirashrayah karmanya bhivritto vi naiva kinjit karodi sam. Tektva karma bhala sangam nitya tripto nirashrayah karmanya bhivritto vi naiva kinjit karoti sam. Tektva karma bhala sangam nitya tripto nirashrayah karmanya bhivritto vi naiva kinjit karoti sam. Right, Nandika.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Krishna.
ഇത് വായിച്ചിട്ടില്ല.
20. Tektva
തത്വാ
karma bhala sangam
സംഘം
nityatripto
നിത്യതൃപ്തോ
nirashrayah
നിരാശ്രയഃ
karmani
കർമ്മണി
abhivritto vi
അഭികൃതോ
naiva kinjit
കരോതി സഹ.
karoti sa. Yes. Right.
പ്രഭു, കർമ്മണ്യ അഭി പ്രവൃത്തോബി എന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ മലയാളത്തില്.
Karmanyo abhivritto vi. Karmanyo abhivritto vi.
ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ.
Sorry, I said Vritto, no, that's wrong. Right. Okay, Jayaprada Maji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Tektva karma phala sangam nityatrupto nirashayah karmanyabhi pravrittopi naiva kichit karoti saha. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, right. Rekha Maji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Tyaktva karma phala sangam nityatripto nirashayah karmane abhipravartvapi naiva kinchit karoti saha. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, right. Renuga Maji.
Kyakta karma palasangam nitya kripto nirashrayah karmani abhipravarto pi naiva kinchit karoti saha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Vanamali.
त्यक्त्वा कर्मफलासङ्गं नित्यतृप्तो निराश्रया कर्मण्यभिप्रवृत्तोऽपि नैव किञ्चित् करोति सा. हरे कृष्ण.
Right. Hare Krishna. Siddhamaji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Hare Krishna.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. त्यक्त्वा कर्मफलासङ्ग नित्य तृप्तो निराश्रयः कर्मण्योऽभिप्रवृत्तोऽपि नैव किञ्चित् करोति सः.
Right. Right. Rekamaji can read the translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Abandoning all attachment to the results of his activities, ever satisfied and independent, he performs no fruitive action, although engaged in all kinds of undertaking. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Verse 21. Nirashi yada chittatma tekta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kruvanapnodi kilvisham. Nirashir yada chittatma tekta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kruvanapnodi kilvisham. Nirashir yada chittatma tekta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kruvanapnodi kilvisham. Hare Krishna. Okay. Anantika.
Krishna
Anantika.
Prabhu.
Anantika.
Prabhu.
Yeah, read that verse. Verse 21.
Nirashirah yada chintama.
Nirashir yada chittatma. Nirashir
Nirashir yada chindatma.
chittatma
Chintatma. Tya sarve parigraha. Shariram kevalam.
shariram
Shariram kevalam karma kuruvan kurvan napanoti
kilvisham. Okay, right. Right, Jayaprada Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. निराश्रीयत चित्तात्मा त्यक्त सर्व परिग्रह शारीरम केवलम कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्ने किल्बिषम. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Rekha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Nirashiryata chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvan napnoti kilvisham. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Right. Hare Krishna. Next. Renukamaji.
Nirashirayata chittatma yatta sarva parigraha shariram
Shariram
kevalam karma kurvan napnoti kilbisham. Hare Krishna.
Anamali.
हरे कृष्ण. निराशीर्यदचित्तात्मा त्यक्ता सर्वपरिग्रह शारीरं केवलं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्. हरे कृष्ण.
Right. Siddhamaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Nirashiryata chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurban napnoti kilvisham. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Can you read the translation also?
Yes, Prabhuji. Such a man of understanding acts with mind and intelligence perfectly controlled, gives up all senses of proprietorship over his possessions, and acts only for the bare necessities of life. Thus, working, he is not affected by sinful reactions. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Right. Thank you. So, verse 19. Yasya sarve samarambhaha karma sangalpa varjitaha jnanagni darda karmanam tamahu pandidam budhaha. One is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for sense gratification. He is said by sages to be a worker for whom reactions of work have been burned up by the fire of perfect knowledge. So Krishna has very clearly defined what is karma, what is vikarma, and what is akarma. Okay, let's see how much we have internalized. What is karma?
Prabhuji,
Prescribed
doing
duties,
work.
Prabhu.
Yes, yes. Please.
Prabhuji, doing work for Krishna consciousness is karma, and
Yes.
doing work which is not given by the shastras is vikarma, and doing work without attachment is akarma.
Okay, you're almost there. Well, once again, the second one is not exactly same. First one is okay, doing work in Krishna consciousness. What is it? What work? What work? Not all. Okay, all working ends, but prescribed work is there. Prescribed for each varna. Prescribed. That is given varna system. Brahmana's duty of Brahmana, duty of Kshatriya. Everyone has got duty. When you do a duty, which is dharma, as an offering to Krishna, it becomes Krishna consciousness, work in Krishna consciousness. That is becomes karma yoga. It becomes nishkama karma yoga. Because you are interested only in satisfying Krishna, you are not interested in anything for yourself or desire. Satisfying your senses is not your prerogative. You're only interested in satisfying Krishna only. So if you are doing our prescribed duties, now, for example, when you are teacher, doctor, whatever it is, whatever the work you are doing, you do it for the pleasure of Krishna, it becomes karma yoga. No, vikarma actually does not mean that it is not given in Shastra. It is given in Shastras. That karma kanda section, fruitive activities, in karma sections, you have so many yajnas and so many methods are there, processes are there, by which you can be very happy in this life or in this earth, in this planet, and the upper planets also. Elevation to upper planets, there are yajnas which can help you to go over to elevate to higher planets. That is given in the karma kanda section of the Vedas. Now, these are called fruitive activities because you are interested in enjoying with your senses. Now, that is actually forbidden action as far as a person who is interested in liberation. Mumukshu, one who desiring liberation, for him, that is a forbidden action, isn't it? So that is why it is called vikarma. Vikarma means that which is against Krishna principles of Krishna consciousness. That is given in verse 17 is given. Any conclusion against his consciousness and its attendant actions are vikarma or prohibited actions. So the real purpose of karma yoga is to realize yourself by discharging your prescribed duties with as an offering to Krishna. So karma yoga, then vikarma. We have understood what is karma and vikarma. And akarma means yes, work without a reaction. Work without reaction means can be two ways. You can abstain from work, abstain from your prescribed duties, because once you have reached that stage where you don't have to work anymore. Why? For whom this karma yoga is prescribed? For whom the karma yoga is prescribed? Who should do the karma yoga? Mainly grihasthas. Yes.
Grihastha and general people.
Yeah, generally people, we are all having so many bad things in your heart. No, we are not very pure because of action done in the past. We have so much impurities, and that impurities have to be cleansed by doing that proper way, by karma yoga in proper way. So people with impurity, pure hearts, should do the karma yoga, which basically grihasthas. Basically, grihasthas are the people who are engaged in karma yoga. Sannyasis, brahmacharis, vanaprastha and sannyasis, they are not engaged in karma yoga. So brahmachari is only learning, and then Vanapasa is retired from Grihastha life, and sannyasi is renunciate. So Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras were all in this Grihastha life. They should do the karma yoga properly. No, akarma means basically people with pure heart. They don't have to do these prescribed duties, which are basically brahmanas. Brahmanas are basically in sattvic mode, but they also do work to maintain their body. So akarma means actually really means those actions which are leading to jnana. You don't have to do any work, or you're not dependent on others. Verse 3.18 makes it very clear. In verse 3rd chapter, 18, Krishna says, Naivatasya krudenartho na agrudeneha kashchana na chasya sarva bhudeshu kaschid artha vipashrayaha. A self-realized person has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of his prescribed duties, nor has he any reason to perform such work, nor has he any need to depend on any other living beings. So that is a person who has realized, who is having pure heart, he is abstaining from work. So akarma means actually a person who is in fully Krishna conscious activities, whose action is not reacting, does not produce any reactions, like you said. Yes, that is akarma. Now, this chapter, these verses from verse 19 to 23, 5 verses, describes how karma is leading into a platform of jnana. The first 3 verses, 19, 20, and 21, refers to Araruha. Araruha means who is trying to elevate himself. 22 and 23 is Aruda stage, one who has already realized, who has reached that state. So the basic way is yes, when you are starting any work, kama sangalpa varjidaha. You have to, first of all, he has to give up. He has to give up whatever sense gratification, the desire for sense gratification, other things. First of all, the desire should be removed. You can do any work. Sarvarambha. Yes, sarvarambha. Sarvarambha means all the attempts, all the endeavors, whatever endeavor one is doing. The first thing is that you should not have any desire. You should not try to get any benefit out of it. So, kama sankalpa varjita. You have to, first they say the karma bhalam, you have to, karma bhala, that second stage when it comes, karma bhalam, you have to give up. But before giving up karma bhala, you have to give up the desire for karma bhala. You can give up karma bhala only when you give up the desire for karma bhala. Otherwise, you cannot give up the karma bhala. Results. Everybody is interested in results. So, if you are not interested in result, whether it's going to be good result, bad results, success or failure, that karma, the desire for results, should be given up. Then only the results can be given up. So, in the verse 19, first he mentions that yasya sarva samarame kama sankalpa varjidaha. Then, when you are doing this work in this mode, then the jnana which is arising within you, is manifesting heart, will burn up all the old previous karmic reactions. The process how the karma yoga is leading in jnana. You have to kindle the light first. Kindle the jnanagni. Once that jnanagni is kindled, then it can burn up. It's given in many verses. You'll find it in verse 34, 37, 38 and all that. You'll find this. We'll discuss when it comes later. So jnana is compared to fire also. fire which can burn up many rubbish things. All the rubbish things in your heart will be burned up by the fire of jnana. So a person who is in Krishna consciousness is normally automatically devoid of any sense gratification. Because he is now understood his position as a servitor. First of all, we have to theoretically accept that we are the part of Krishna and servitor of Krishna. And in that mood, we have to slowly give up this desire for food results. Basically, we have two concepts, Sankalpa and Vikalpa. Suppose you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The Sankalpa is that I will listen to the mantra only. I'll keep on listening to mantra only. That's the thing. We keep on listening and do not allow the mind to deviate. Vikalpa is we will not allow any other thing, any other thoughts to get in. It's like Vikalpa means it's like a security guard posted outside a room. Now you are inside the room, you are chanting, and Krishna is there, you and Krishna is there, you are chanting. And suppose if somebody else wants to, giving service to Krishna, somebody wants to get in, the security guard outside will stop that. Stop. Same way, when you are chanting, Vikalpa means if you are not allowing any other thoughts to creep inside, you are stopping it very forcefully. That is Vikalpa. Sankalpa means you are intently listening to a chanting. I will listen. I'll keep on listening. That intensity should be there. So this is a way to progress in chanting. Simply, it means that you should not allow the mind come into play. Should not allow the mind to come into play. But you should be very alert. If any thoughts are creeping inside, you should be very alert, and immediately you have to chant loudly more, so that the chanting will drive away all those thoughts. So Srila Prabhupada used to say that when you feel that the mind is deviating, then raise the tone of your chanting. Suppose you are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Some kinds of thoughts coming immediately. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Raise your voice. Then that means that consciousness will immediately again come back to this chanting, the vibration. You can see when you are chanting in a group, and senior devotees are there, sometimes you can see their voices going up, going louder. You can understand that they are trying to bring back the mind to the chanting only. So the thing is, first we have to understand that we are servitor, then you are chanting, and slowly, then you will get to the realized stage, the practical stage, vijnana. So Krishna says that you have to first you have to give up the desire for results, and then the next verse is Tyaktva karma vilasangam nitya tripto nirashrayaha karmani abhipravrittovi naiva kinchit karobisa. Abandoning all attachment to results of his activities, ever satisfied and independent, he performs no fruitive action, although engaged in all kinds of understanding. So you can see the second stage, abandoning all attachment to results. First, he gives up the desire for results. Secondly, he gives up the attachment for results after the results have come up. When it's a good result, you feel very happy. When the result is not that good, you feel very bad. Any which way you are attached to the result. Whether you are happy or sad, it means you are attached, isn't it? You can see that when you are very sad, which means that you are thinking about that only. That means you are attached to your thought. Snigdha, you are getting that? Whether you are sad or happy, when you are thinking of something, that means you are attached to that.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes. Exactly
So
correct, Prabhu. Exactly, Prabhuji.
Yes, exactly. So how is that? See how nicely Krishna is said. Bhagavad Gita is immense knowledge, because when you are very alert and this one, you can see how it helps you. You see, you hear something bad, something good, or it is. Then you think about that. When you think about something, you means your mind is there only. You're getting attached to that. So second chapter is sarva karma kama sankalpa. And when sthita prajna, the basic qualities of sthita prajna, and Krishna describes in with 55. Prajahadi yada kaman sarvan partha manogadan. Everything is a concoction of mind only. Mind is always in the past or also in the future. It never is in the present. When you are thinking, chanting, and you think about something that has happened previously, then you're going back. Something you are something to do. You have to execute some work, or you have to plan something. You have to complete something. Then you are in future. You never in present. Then you are waiting for this thing to over, because you are very on next. You want to go to the next step. Or 8:30 have an appointment. At them make a phone call to that person, or do something there is there. Your mind is there only. So always keep the mind in present. If your mind present, then mind will not play havoc. That means, suppose you are sitting in a class now, you're listening, means you just listen only. Don't let the mind stray away. You may maybe think of something about the past, or something happened previously, or something you have to do next few hours or next day. So that means you are attached to the thoughts. So tektva karma bhala sangam nitya tripto, and nitya tripto is always satisfied. He is happy with whatever he has. He has no desire to earn something more or acquire something which he doesn't have. Neither he is very sorrow when very sad. Neither he is very sad when he loses something in his possession. Nitya Tripta, ever satisfied person, his happiness is not dependent on external things, external objects, external people, external situation. No, but our situation is always like that. Either we are happy with we are always happy with external objects, external persons, external situations. Our happiness depends on everything on externally. When that change, our happiness becomes sorrow. That means we are dependent on external things. We are dependent on other people, either their action or their words. We are dependent on some objects, whether car or mobile, whatever it is, or some clothes, whatever it is, you are dependent. Your happiness is there on. And then some situation. When guests come or something like that, you are very happy. When a person who is not very inclined to us, or when we are not very happy and not very happy associating, when he comes to house, then you feel very uncomfortable. Do you experience that, Jayapradamaji?
Prabhu.
Right?
Yes, Prabhu, yes.
Yes. That means our happiness is always dependent on external things. But a person, Nitya, is always constantly deriving happiness from inside. The very thought that you are serving Krishna itself gives you a great pleasure. So such a high position, isn't it? You're part of the Supreme Personality only. Just think about that. How much pleasure the thought itself gives you. In the material life, you may be a doctor, or engineer, or a servant, a learned person, or a fool, Pandita or Pamara. Maybe designations are different. People are always happy about the designations only. That's why some people, some politicians, they say Bhagavad Gita is meant only for Brahmanas and all that people, but the Shudras and all that, supposed to servants only, they are rejected and all that. They are exploited. All those nonsense they speak. But Bhagavad Gita very clear explains some. Whether you are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya, Everyone has an equal chance of attaining the Supreme, provided he is discharging his prescribed duties as per instructions of Krishna. So everybody is an equal platform. Not that anybody has got any extra advantage or disadvantage. Are we following?
Yes, yes.
Really? If there is any clarification, if there is doubt, you can always cut in. Stop me and ask. Okay, you don't have to wait for the end of the class. Right. So he's Nitya Tripta, Nirashya. He's not dependent on others. He's not dependent on, like I said, any snob, just any people, any situation. No. Karmanya abhipravrittovi naiva kinjit karu. So that person can do anything, but he's not affected. In verse 5 also you'll find this naiva kinjit karomi. That verse you'll find in 5.8 and 9 and 10. Naiva kinjit karomiri yukto manyeda taktvet, 8 and 9 of chapter. Naiva kinjit karomiri yukto manyeda taktvet. Whatever actions like passion, shunman, there's a list of 13 things. Seeing, touching, smelling, eating, moving, sleeping, breathing, closing your eyes, opening your eyes. All these are sense activities when the senses are going behind the sense objects. These are all activities. But the people, he knows that he is not doing anything. One who is self-realized. He can do anything, but he's not affected by this. So there is a story on Vrindavan about Krishna and the gopis. So Krishna and gopis, sometimes they joke very nicely when they meet. Krishna was telling Gopi that, look, my dear gopis, see, you may think that I'm mixing with you and I'm having some interactions with you. But actually, you know, I am a brahmachari, Naishtika brahmachari only. So the gopis were laughing at him. Oh, you are brahmachari. Yeah? You're having so many interactions with us and you are claiming they are a brahmachari only. That's a joke, Krishna. You are number one joker here. Everybody knows about you, the nature of you. But now you are claiming to be brahmachari. We will not believe you. So one gopi was coming along. She said that that sage Durvasa is a very powerful and yogi, very powerful mystic yogi. It's a great yogi, and they said that Durvasa has arrived. He has just entered his ashram. It's the other side of Ganga. Oh, sorry, Yamuna. He's there and he's very fond of food. He likes nice palatable dishes. And now this is an opportunity for us. We'll make a lot of dishes and then we'll go to Durvasa and seek his blessings. And if you are blessed by Durvasa, then your life will be very perfect. So let's all go and make some nice dishes, palatable dishes for Durvasa. So all the gopis made very nice dishes when they home and they packed everything. And then they tried to cross the Vrindavan, Yamuna river. You have to go to the other side. Suddenly, the nature change started raining heavily and the Yamuna became flooded. So Krishna was watching. Krishna was with them. And the Gopi said, oh Krishna, what you do now? We want to meet Durvasa and you have to give him these offerings and seek his blessings. Now, but we cannot cross now. What will please help us? So Krishna said, you do one thing, you pray to Yamuna river just like this. So if Krishna is a Naishtika brahmachari and absorbing all the woes of as a brahmachari, please make way for us. Then Gopi said, oh no Krishna, you are back to the same thing. We are not going to say that. Okay, if you want to cross, you can just ask. Otherwise, we have to stay here. So Gopi said, okay, we'll try. Then they called out to Yamuna, oh Yamuna, if Krishna here is a Naishtika brahmachari and is absorbing all the brahmachari vrata very strictly, please make way for us. Immediately Yamuna river made a path for them to go. And they crossed the Yamuna river, went to ashram of Durvasa, and they're very happy and gave all the dishes to Durvasa. And they started speaking of Krishna, and the Gopi said, see, Krishna is claiming that he's a Naishtika Brahmachari. So Durvasa did not say anything, just smiled. Then after eating everything and getting blessed by Durvasa, Gopi started going back to the house. And again the Yamuna river started, when the rain was there, Yamuna river started overflowing. They can't cross. So Durvasa is a great yogi. So they requested, humbly prayed to Durvasa, oh, Durvasa, please help us. Please help us to cross this river. Durvasa said, okay, you do one thing. You pray to Yamuna. If Durvasa here has not eaten anything that you offered to me, please make way. But how can it be? You have eaten everything. We have seen that you have eaten everything. Then how can you say that you are not eaten anything? Well, if you want to cross a river, just pray to Yamuna in this manner. And then Gopi said, okay, if the great yogi Durvasa has not tasted or eaten anything that we have offered the dishes, please make way for us. Immediately the Yamuna river parted. So they crossed. So you can see that the story, the moral behind these incidents, and it's actually happened in Vrindavan. It's pastimes of Krishna and Durvasa, which means that Krishna, although he's enjoying himself with the gopis, actually he is always in a very elevated state. And not so are the gopis also. They are actually not having a relationship which a lusty young man, woman having. It's not like that. The relationship of Krishna and Yamuna as gopis are so transcendental that to reach that stage, you have to yourself be in the transcendent stage. Otherwise, you'll misunderstand everything about rasa dance, and they will feel that it's only a lusty engagement between a young man and some women. So for that, you have to go through all the cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. You cannot jump to Srimad, the 10th canto. In 10th canto, in the verses and chapters 33, 34, 35, and 36, Panchadhyay, Rasa Panchadhyay, Rasa Panchadhyay. In that adhyayam only, the rasa dance of Krishna is described. But if you are to properly understand this, you have to read from the first chapter of first canto itself. Then only slowly progress to 1, 2, 3 up to reach to 10. If you are jumping to 10th canto straight away, like some people do, because they're very interested in reading this Rasa Panchadhyay, then you will make a mistake. So elevated persons are Supreme Personality like Krishna, then elevated persons like Durvasa, all those realized persons, although they are engaged in all kinds of activities, they are not touched by that activities. That's why he said, Karmanyo abhiparvutobi na kinjit karodisa. Although he is engaged in all activities, the reactions do not touch him. Because he is in a realized state. So the verse 21, last verse, Nirashi yada chittatma tekta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvana nodi kilvisham. So we come to the basic point that the only purpose of having a human body or human form is only to engage yourself in the service of Krishna. To maintain the body only, you need the body for executing devotion service. So keeping the soul and body together, that's the only purpose of maintaining the body. You don't need to maintain the body, you have to keep the body in a very, very nice manner. You don't have to think about all the bodily expansions. The only purpose of human life is to realize yourself as a servant of Krishna and engage yourself in Krishna's service and be happy with that. Such a man of understanding acts with mind and intelligence perfectly controlled. For that situation, to act like that way, you have to be perfectly controlled mind and intelligence. Intelligence has to be perfectly controlled by reading the scriptures, understanding the scriptures through the medium of a spiritual master. And the intelligence accepts that actually we are unfortunately now in his bound state, and somehow we have to get out of this and get back to our original position. then in that intelligence, the realized intelligence will control the mind. The mind will not think about all those sense gratification things that gives you material pressures. Mind always keep on thinking about that, the past things, and then trying to formulate some plans for future enjoyment, trying to increase pleasure, try to reduce sorrow. That is always a planning of mind. Mind always keeps on planning in that manner. So intelligence will control mind. No, you don't have to do that. And the mind is also quiet and controlled. The mind will not go after senses. And the senses, then also the mind will control the senses. The senses should not go after sense objects. So when you are in full control, the intelligence is in place, the mind is in place, the senses are not going after sense objects, then you become steady. Then it becomes the position of Sthita Prajna. And the Sthita Prajna is only concerned, as long as he's maintaining his body, is to maintain the body to execute devotion. So keep the devotion, keep the soul and body together. So body is here compared to a machine. Machine, if it has to work perfectly, it has to be lubricated, oiled, so that it is in good condition. Same way, you have to keep the body nicely, eat regularly, eat only regular things and regular intervals, just for maintaining a healthy body, so that your mind and body is in a perfect position, nicely balanced to execute this work. Because this person's consciousness is always with Krishna, he's totally surrendered to Krishna. He is like a sold animal to Krishna, and a sold animal to a master. If an animal is sold to a master, the animal is in complete control of master, and he is always obeying the master only. The master can do anything with this animal. Same way, when we are surrendered to Krishna, whatever acts we are doing, actually Krishna is doing it through our medium. So in the 11th chapter, Krishna says to Arjuna, Nimitta matram bhava sabyasaji. You only become a tool. I'm asking you to do the vow. You do the vow as per my instruction, then everything will be nicely. All these people are already killed by me. You only have to act as a tool. Same way, this fully surrendered person, a devotee, is only a tool in the hand of Krishna. And what more pleasure that give you that? Actually, that is a full independence. You may think that if you are a tool in the hands of Krishna, then you are lost all your independence. It's not like that. You are not in you are not free as long as you are within the modes only. The material modes of Sattva Gana, Rajo Gana, all the when you are under control of gunas, then naturally you are not independent, although you may feel that you may be independent. You may think that, okay, I'm doing whatever I want, as per my desire, as per my planning, I'm doing everything. But you don't know that, that actually we are controlled by the gunas only. Prakriti kriyamanani gune karmani sarvashaha ahangar vimuda makarta hamidi menade. We feel that we are doing, we are very intelligent, powerful, we can understand anything. Under certain situation, we can act according to that. But you are acting as per your guna only, that we don't know. Actually, we are controlled by gunas. We have become Dasa. We become Dasa of gunas only. But when you have become a Dasa of Krishna, you are free from gunas, then you actually can enjoy the state of independence. So this is a life of a perfect karma yogi, who has understood everything. He has clearly understood what is karma, what is vikarma, and what is akarma. And he has understood his position as an eternal servant of Krishna, and he is acting as per his position. That is devotion. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Any doubts? Okay, right. Thank you very much. Snigdha can render Narasimha.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Praladadayini, Hiranyakashipu Pakshaha, Silatankanakhalai, Ito Narsingha Parato Narsingha, Yato yato yami tato Narsingha, Bahir Narsingha Hridayir Narsingha, Narasimhamadi Sharanam Prapadi, Tabakara Kamala Bare Nakham, Adbhuta Sringam, Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhrangam, केशवधृत नरहरि रूप, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव, जय नरसिंहदेव, जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, निताय गौर हरि बोल 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 हरि बोल। ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं
Narasimham Vishram Bhadram Mrityum Namamiham Veeram Mahavishnu Jalandam Sarvadom Narasimham
Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamiham Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvadom
Narasimham Vishram Bhadram Shri Narasimha Jai Narasimha Jai Jai Shri Narasimha Praladesha Jai Padmam Shri Narasimha Jai Narasimha Jai Jai Shri Narasimha Praladesha Jai Padmam
नरसिंहा जय नरसिंहा, प्रहलादेश जय पद्म मुख पद्म भृंग।
Bhakti Vinashagari Shri Narasimha Bhagwan ki
Jai
Vaishnava Bhakti Shesh Pada Maharaj ki
Jai
Jai Go Premanande Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripasindubhyo Devacha
Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha.
Nandagodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki
Jai
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai
Jai Go Premanande
Hari Hari